right, let's get into the spoiler talk. If you haven't seen episode 6, this is your last and final warning. We will be spoiling the episode, so get out of here or
Go
stay
away
and be spoiled. It's up to you. We'll spoil you.
You think there's somebody out there that
you
just
do.
likes to have stuff spoiled and not watch it?
They're called
If somebody's
psychopaths.
They're called
Casual, I think casual fans don't really care as much, right? Why am I looking at that?
True. I feel that.
Why is
Dustin-
Why is Dan
fans-
talking? But,
Certain things.
But his lips aren't
but
moving.
it's Dustin's face. Amazing.
I don't
Technology.
know. I think casual fans would
Yeah.
be okay hearing the spoilers because
Yeah.
they're not like, oh, I got to see it tonight.
They're
Maybe
not
maybe they'll
hardcore.
binge it later. Maybe they don't even know the people.
They're
Yeah,
casual.
casual. They're not the
I
sweaties
realize that.
like Dustin. Look at that sweat.
Usually, the only time I'm okay. What did you just say? Something about me sweating?
Only the podcast listeners heard.
Right?
Of me sweating.
I said, just
Yeah,
look at that
you're
sweat.
sweaty.
And then I went to your
He's
camera.
It's
glistening.
not sweat. It's
glistening.
handsomeness glow.
It's man
No.
glisten.
man glisten.
Mando glisten.
Oh my goodness.
Man
It's like my
glistening.
helmet.
Right?
My
It's
dome.
got a nice sheen on it.
Yeah, no, but
What were you gonna say?
oh no, I forgot. It totally
Yeah.
threw me. I had a point to say and I totally
Well,
forgot.
we don't have it no
My
mouth.
glisten threw me off.
The glistening.
Glisten
So
here,
let's,
folks.
Glisten here, everybody.
jumping to
Yeah, we're just gonna jump into the
Spoilers.
spoilers now. What were you saying before that, Dan? That said
Talking about sweat.
no, before the sweat.
Well, the casual
Sweatland.
listeners, the
Oh, okay.
casual fans are like,
Yes.
I don't care if I'm
There he goes.
spoiled because
Back
I
on
don't
track.
even know what to be spoiled
I'll do
on.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I was gonna say the only
still here.
time the only time I don't mind being spoiled is whenever I know I'm not gonna watch it. That's the only time
Yeah.
really I don't care. Like if
Yeah.
there was one of the Marvel movies I didn't care to see
Eternals.
and
Yes.
I was gonna say
Let's
it.
just shout it out
But
now.
so you guys kind of spoil it in some ways, which I was fine with though, because I don't know if I'm even gonna
There
have
wasn't
time
really
to watch
much to
that one.
spoil.
I can't
Not
believe
gonna
I
lie.
wasted time to watch it.
Exactly. I will not get that 2.5
And that's
hours
what-
back.
And that's what I've heard. Not that this is eternal spoiler talk, but
Right.
it is.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump into this episode. More spoiler talk coming at you. 5, 4, 3, 2, a Boba Fett, a 1.
One.
Speaking of Boba Fett, he said nothing in this episode.
Yeah, he
literally-
was actually in this
He
episode.
was in it.
No.
But he said nothing.
All right, let's
Did
just.
he literally have 0 lines?
He had 0 lines.
Zero.
Wow.
Which was that made this the most Boba Fett episode
Yeah.
of them all.
True,
Except he didn't have his helmet on.
I know. I wish he would have.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Just put your helmet on.
Put your helmet on.
Does he make a point to not put his helmet on when he's in meetings? He's
Yeah,
gotta make
I don't
eye
know what-
contact.
I don't know.
Are they trying to
Eye
humanize him more?
contact is key.
Was he dehumanized with a helmet on? Why does he not wear a helmet anymore?
I think
was
I don't know. I think
made
it's
fun of
almost
too
like
much.
they're pushing Tamora Morrison in some ways, and maybe it doesn't make sense when he's with his own group of people.
peeps.
You know,
His
people
own
he's
peeps.
trusted.
But it
Maybe
adds
it's-
to the mystique.
I know
Maybe
that's
it's just when he's indoors, in his home. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you take your shoes off, you got your flip flops or your socks or whatever
Yeah.
they're called.
or his robe, like he was rocking against Chrysanthemum.
Your band of
He's
Power
like,
Rangers.
what has happened down here? Did
Right.
you guys defeat Chrysanthemum yet?
I don't have a concussion. You have a concussion.
My back is broken in 3 places.
Right.
But I'm walking
But
fine.
at least that Wookiee's down in the Rancor pit.
Yeah. This is rank.
That's rank.
Rancor. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff to think about. I mean, Boba Fett has built up quite an entourage now.
Yeah.
He's got Chrysanthemum on the bill. He's got Fennec.
The Power
he's got
Rangers.
The Power Rangers he's taking care of.
The
That's a
mods.
lot
Honestly,
of food.
I would think he'd have
wit.
more though.
Food. Just the Rancor is a lot of
Yeah,
food.
the Rancor,
right.
Chrysanthemum, and Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Yes, Danny Trey. I want to see him again.
Right.
You
Nick
think
was
we're going to
saying
see him?
something.
Over under.
Over under.
How do you do this,
over,
Dan?
under.
Over under 40.
Do you how
Over under
do you-
40.
Over under 40. you
Over
think-
40%, 60.
So if I
Only
gave you
60%.
an imaginary line and it had the number 40 on it, would you?
Why does it have to be imaginary?
I don't know.
40
real.
to 100%.
It's
you
real
see
enough
him,
now.
40 to 10% or 0% you won't.
10%. 10 to 0, somebody else shows up.
Anyway, do you guys, do you think the Rancor? I was pretending I was frozen.
He froze.
Do you think the Rancor is
This
going to show
power.
up in the next episode and eat
Yes.
some pikes?
Oh, dude, the
Is he
next
going to be
episode.
riding the Rancor?
The next episode's going to be epic.
It's going to be.
It's crazy.
It better
epic.
be.
It's
Yeah.
going to be like you said, convergence of everything.
Of the Force.
Because there's Dude, there's how many people?
Yeah, let's just
How many
name them off.
characters
You
are
just
in
want to
this?
name them all off right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, all the surprise characters
Okay,
right off the bat.
We got
Right off the bat.
What's his face?
Mando.
That guy.
We
Mando,
got R2D2.
R2D2.
We got Ahsoka.
Even before that,
What's
we
the
got
Western
Cobb
guy?
Vanth.
Cobb Vanth.
Yep.
Cobb
Yeah.
Vanth first,
Luke.
then
Mando, then R2D2.
R2D2.
Then Luke.
Ahsoka's first.
Skywalker.
Well, Grogu.
No,
It
Ahsoka's
was
second.
It was Grogu.
It's Luke.
Yeah, you right.
Luke and Grogu.
You right.
Yeah, Luke and,
And then it's
Grogu,
Ahsoka.
and then Ahsoka.
Yeah. And then
the final one, which holy
we
cow,
just caught us by surprise. It was Cad Bane,
Dude.
the bounty hunter.
Cad freaking Bane.
Cad Blueskin Bane.
That was crazy. I was not expecting that.
I wasn't
mean,
either.
And I kind of wondered if they were going to do that, especially with the Boba Fett series and their history.
Yeah.
But man, that title really
Yeah.
foreshadowed, and I did not see that coming.
Like I said, it's like a
You
song
Yeah.
that a band writes, and you're like, why did they call it that? And then like 3/4 of the way through the song, you're like, oh, that's why they called it that.
Yeah.
From the desert comes a stranger.
Which is
I thought
so
it was
good.
the Cobb Vanth tie-in right at the beginning. I was like,
It wa-
oh,
well,
that's
yeah,
and
kind
that's,
of,
I think that's why
yeah.
they did it.
yeah. I'm like, that's too easy.
I think that's why they brought him in too.
Yeah.
Psych you out.
Cad
Yeah.
Bane
Yeah.
is like super Western.
super Western. Yeah.
With that flat brim hat.
I mean, that was absolutely
Crazy
brilliant.
gunslinger ways.
I mean, overall, I don't know what more we could ask for from Filoni and Favreau.
Definitely
'Cause we
directed.
dreamed about this. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now they really are opening up the world. Now we've gotten, it's spoiler section. We
Yeah.
got so much Luke
Yeah.
after episode
Right?
6, like the episode 6 Luke that we didn't get in the sequel trilogy. Bring it.
Mind blown. It's like
they did such a good job. They took such good care of how they did it. It was the better
Yeah.
CG, and then the Grogu like growing, like training montage
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
like, but emotional. That's why I was emotional.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm like, this is
It
just.
was.
Yeah,
and
Man, I think
Mando
in the-
shows up, and you're like, oh my goodness, this is crazy.
It's like a direct callback to
Goodness.
Empire.
Yeah,
the whole
that's
training
what I love.
montage.
That's the-
Yeah, it was.
and I love. So they do it with such respect, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, and how how George Lucas always said, it echoes. Everything echoes, and they do such a good job in this episode
Yeah.
with how Luke is now training Grogu, who is a baby Yoda, whereas Master Yoda, is who trained Luke. So it's
Yep.
just really interesting how they're kind of jumping in.
One big
He's
circle.
on his back, and everything in that was, I loved it. Real quick though, Matt, how many of those characters did you know or have heard of?
Well, I think it was actually just
just to go into your point on confusion a little bit.
Curiosity.
Curiosity, that's what I meant to say.
Curious. Cheerios.
I already forgot the guy's name.
Yeah, Cad Bane.
Cad Bane?
yes.
Yeah.
Did you know who that was?
No.
Or have seen him before?
I kind of seen the face, maybe, but I don't
Yeah.
know the name.
Yeah.
or anything
Okay.
about that.
Yeah.
So you didn't know Cad Bane.
From the Clone Wars.
Did you know who you've seen Ahsoka, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So you know about her kind of because of
Yes.
Mando. You didn't watch really any of the Clone Wars, have you? The show?
Which one? That
That's the animated, the first
animated one.
Right,
animated.
but that one's like the 7th season, or that's
Yeah.
I started it, but I don't think I really seen it.
Finished it, yeah.
Same
and
with
then
me.
did you know well there's Cad Bane, Ahsoka. You obviously know Luke and Grogu.
Yeah.
So I guess really the only one you didn't really
yeah, it
know
was just mainly
Was Cad Bane.
was
yeah.
mainly Cad Bane.
I didn't remember who the first guy was.
Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth.
I didn't remember. I forgot that he was. I mean, once it
It kinda
Right.
jumped
Yeah.
into
You were
it,
like,
that,
oh,
but
right.
I realized
Yeah.
about
right,
at
'cause
the beginning.
he was technically wearing
Boba Fett's armor.
And
for a
that's
lot
what
of it.
reminded me when he said something about he didn't have his armor. So
Right.
Yep. And you're like, oh, it's that dude.
that dude.
It's that dude.
I didn't recognize you
now.
without your armor.
Yeah.
I didn't. You should have kept your
Strong man.
armor.
that was a good line.
Dude, like,
What was your if you have to pick
uh-huh.
a favorite point of this episode, or what's surprised? I'll go this.
What surprised me the
What
most?
surprised you the most in this episode?
Probably Cad Bane.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we saw him at the last season of Bad Batch on Camino.
Yeah.
Camino.
Which I totally forgot about that.
Right.
To be honest.
So what's he been doing in the meantime? Just working for the Pike Syndicate?
I don't know, because the crazy thing is they actually have a show or
Mhm.
a episode where Boba Fett and Cad Bane face off, and I'm pretty sure
That's what they're going to do in
that's
this
where
episode.
Boba Fett gets his dent in his helmet is from Cad Bane,
Oh, maybe he already knows him then.
and then I think they're
Well,
going to show
because
the
yeah,
beef.
he even said You know, he was
about Boba, right?
Boba
He
was
for the
a-
Empire.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's basically like, I hate Boba.
yeah.
Pretty much.
It was, what did he call him? Called him
Oh, yeah, I forgot what he said now.
somebody who worked for the Empire.
Yeah.
Somebody.
I've just used somebody in the
Yeah. I forget
lack
what he
of the
said.
word.
Somebody.
Trait?
that I use.
Did he- I don't think he said traitor.
It wasn't a traitor. Is a
Copyright strike.
I don't remember. But yeah, that probably to me. Whoa! There's Matt's face. For those of you who's listening,
Yeah,
who's listening? Whom are listening?
Whom is listening?
Whom
Whom is listening?
I think that's
Whom?
the correct verbiage.
Whom?
What surprised you the most, Dustin?
Yeah, but Cad Bane. Cad Bane surprised me the most.
I think Cad Bane still is the most surprising, but after that,
Yeah.
I'd say actually what really surprised me was Ahsoka. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting her to be in
Yeah.
this episode, especially with Luke, because I really wanted to see Luke and Ahsoka talk. Like,
Right.
I wanted
They
to
did-
see
she
their
did make
first
a-
interaction, though.
Yeah, she did make a point about
Yeah.
his father.
Yeah. I
Yep.
was like, I'm so glad they threw that in there. I
Yeah.
was like,
Oh
yes.
yeah, because that was her.
Anakin.
Yeah, it
Anakin was her master.
Technically. Yeah.
Darth Vader.
And that was what was interesting. The line she said sometimes the apprentice teaches the master.
Yeah,
Or
guides the
patent-
master.
guides the master.
Yeah,
Right, which is an interesting line coming from Ahsoka.
Almighty.
Mhm.
Especially if you watch Rebels too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Rebels.
But you haven't seen that.
I haven't seen
that yet, but you
I've
will.
seen the first season.
You will.
You will.
Strap you to a chair
Strap
and
to
make
a chair.
you watch it.
Yeah. But going back to Ahsoka though, I really want to see that first interaction. I
Yeah.
really hope they show that first interaction between Ahsoka and Luke.
Yeah.
Because
Well, isn't she supposed to be looking for Ezra
yeah, I think at this point, well,
or Thrawn? I mean,
Thrawn, yeah, which I think is kind of both. They go
Yeah.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
So that was what was crazy. We had so many tie-ins in this.
Yeah.
It was like we're calling it kind of the Star Wars Avengers.
Like that's why I said connected.
Yeah,
It's like an
connected,
interwoven
exactly.
tapestry of goodness.
Mine was mine with choices more described.
Where they could go.
And Mando choosing not to actually get involved again with Grogu and just letting him kind of go in his own way. And then also the ending, which what a cliffhanger.
Oh my gosh, right? It was like, what? Why though? Why are you making him choose?
Then we gotta wait.
Choosing between a lightsaber and some sweet chainmail.
Okay, let's just go into that right now. We're here.
Yeah. We are
what
here. This is
what
where we
do you
are.
think he's gonna choose?
Man,
I think he's gonna. If they want to do, I don't know.
it's a
It's
It's a toss-up.
It's
It's literally a 50-50. Yeah.
You know what I
can't-
think? Oh, go ahead, Matt.
I can't imagine him not picking the lightsaber.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
But then you can't imagine him not picking
Right.
chainmail.
but he has to become a
It's
Jedi.
a tough.
But he also has to be with
Well,
Mando again. So
It's like you said. It's
what
a
is
choice. What are they? Are they gonna focus on Mando in Mandalorian season 3, and just have Grogu not in it, or are they gonna have Grogu in it, and he becomes a Mandalorian?
Yeah.
I think the
Imagine
decision
he's a
that he makes.
Mandalorian.
I think the decision that he makes is going to tell you what's going to happen in season 3. Obviously,
Yeah,
that's kind of
where
a,
they're gonna
a
go.
no-brainer. But I think because of the one line that Luke said, it's going to lean a certain way.
You think at
What-
the end?
which one?
You know which
Because he
line?
really pushed that, almost made him feel it. It was weird how he worded it. Yeah, you said
Right.
it, sorry.
No. I just was saying that he mentioned that he said the part about if let go of attachment, and I can't
Mhm.
say that exactly, but he did say what did he say? A lifetime for you, Grogu.
No,
Grogu?
Yeah,
Or no, a short
a
time.
short
for
time
him
for you is a lifetime
lifetime
for someone else.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, that makes me think that he's going to go with Mando.
Mando or lightsaber?
Mando,
It
because
almost-
Yeah, see, I
he's
think he'd
got
go
a
with-
lot of time to pick up the lightsaber.
Right. I think
That's
he'd go
true.
with
Oh,
he
the
does
But you
lightsaber,
could also
though.
go the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
right. But
he's
could
gonna
mean-
die soon. So
Yeah, Mando could die
guess I'll
sooner.
just-
Yeah.
take the lightsaber.
Yeah, might as well go the route I'm supposed to go
Yeah.
and train to become a Jedi.
Yeah.
So you think the other way because
Well,
he's going to do that?
That's why it's a straight 50-50
It
because
is.
it was almost like, man, you're almost making him feel bad for not spending time with Mando, the one you
Right.
grew fond of.
So
Grogu fondue.
Grogu fond of. Grogu
Fondue. Yeah, there you go. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
There we
we
go.
are.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what made me think. I'm like, I think he's going with Mando.
So Dan, if we have to pick, okay?
Yeah.
Dan thinks he's going. You think Mando?
Mando.
All right.
I think he's going lightsaber.
You think lightsaber?
Yeah.
That is so cool that's Yoda's lightsaber.
That
I know,
was
right?
awesome. I love
That's amazing. I was like,
is.
oh my goodness. I was watching it and I just kept getting closer to the screen that I was watching it on.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh my
You're
goodness.
like,
I
wait.
can't-
I've seen this before.
Although the lightsabers looked a little off to me. I just want to say that. Something about
That-
the
They're
lightsaber.
was
trying
too big.
stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I know,
man?
His
I know.
Yoda's lightsaber was too big, I thought.
Luke's saber looked skinny at the top.
It just, something about the lightsabers were not spot on for me.
Yeah. Oh, like how it was glowing.
Yeah, the glow wasn't quite
Like
right.
I think what you said. I'm pretty sure it was a lighted blade.
Yeah.
And then they added effects to
but
it.
I don't feel like they added enough effects.
Well,
Right,
not
right.
after seeing that video we watched on YouTube, Dustin, about how they really should light up a blade.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, agreed. And
Kinda
it was
felt
outside
right.
in a lot of daylight, so
Yeah.
that's tricky too.
Yeah.
But that's why you got to almost overexpose that lightsaber and make it shine even more.
Yeah.
And I think
don't
that's
feel like they did enough. I don't think
No.
they gave it enough white core with the green glow around it.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
almost too green in the middle, especially when he was
green.
waving it around.
they spent so much time though on
His face.
Luke that they didn't have
Yeah.
time to roto. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
but
that-
they did. What about that?
Wait,
Luke?
we got to do our decisions though first.
Gee.
Sorry, let's finish that and then we'll go straight into that. So
Please.
Matt, what do you think? You got to make a choice.
I'm going with the saber.
You think saber?
Saber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with just because I think they're leading into a Luke and Grogu series, especially after seeing this episode.
Yeah.
I do think he's gonna go. Oh, that's so tough. I do think he's going with. I'm gonna say the saber. I'm gonna say the saber.
Le
Although
saber.
a lot of me is saying that he's gonna because of the
Like you said,
attachment.
it's a 50-50, dude.
Because of the attachment he's got with Mando. It's not like he doesn't still have the Force.
Right. He can
You know,
still learn to be
He
a
can still
Jedi.
learn and he could wield the dark saber
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Mando and become Mandalore Ultimate Grogu.
He's going to become
Yeah.
the leader of Mandalore.
Grogu
Check
will.
it out.
And rule it for 1,000 years.
1,000
He can live
years.
that long.
1,000.
And
Wow.
here's the thing:
He's going with the saber.
when Luke, is that what you think? Is that your final?
I'm going with it.
He's
just
going with the
because
dark saber.
Just because of the Luke Grogu series that I think they're developing.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Anyway, sorry. Keep going, Dan.
As you were saying,
As you were saying, Sir Daniel.
I'll let it slide this time.
I'll let it slide this time.
But no, what I'm saying is, he's not like he's training for the first time.
Right.
He's already been trained.
That's what he said, right? Isn't that what?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Luke said
Okay.
because he said, it's more like just reminding him of the things that he already knows
Right.
from the flashback that we got. And
Yeah.
now here
Oh,
we
yeah.
are. He's relearning it.
Speaking
He's
of, we need to
bringing
touch
it
on
back
that.
out. And I think for that reason, it's not as. It's like, well, I've been trained before. Like, I get it, Luke. You're doing pretty good, but this is your first student. Like,
Right.
come on, man. Like, I
This
know
is
you're
weak.
Yeah, he's like, I'll live 1,000 more years. I'll find another teacher. I got to go with my friend Mando because he's the man, and
I mean, yeah, that's true.
he's my foundling. Look at this chainmail. That thing is awesome. I'm gonna wear
Right.
that chainmail. It means a lot to my friend.
Have you seen Lord of the Rings? Frodo got the mithril.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I'm
totally
going
got
with-
stabbed by a.
I'm going with the Frodo path here.
Going with the Frodo path.
I'm the height.
We're taking
you know?
the hobbits to Isengard.
Yeah. That being said, though, I think he's probably going with Luke.
Yeah. I know. That's the weird thing. It's like, I feel like he's leaning Mando, but he
Yeah.
wants to go with Luke. Or
Right.
he wants to go with Mando,
yeah.
but feels obligated, and the right path is to go with Luke.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think for the show,
Absolutely.
because I think, he's just a kid.
He's just a kid.
He just all he really wants is the little ball from the Mando's ship.
Razor Crest, which
From the
is
Razor Crest.
blown up and gone now.
But he had the ball, didn't he? Say he
Oh,
found
yeah,
it.
he did have the ball.
So that's all he really wants. You know
That's
what I
all.
mean?
yeah, right.
That's
He's
all
like,
he
screw
needs."
you, man.
He's a
I got the
simple
ball.
Grogu.
And he's a kid, but he's grown up, obviously. But
Yeah.
I think he's gonna. I think for the sake of the show, maybe if they are developing a Luke, Grogu show, that's interesting. But I think for the sake of the show, maybe they'll give us one more reunion and that's it.
Yeah.
He's gonna take the chainmail and be like, "Look, Luke, stop giving me these crappy decisions.
Right.
You're a horrible teacher.
You're a horrible
Yeah.
teacher.
I'm gonna
You're
do what
gonna
I want to
fail.
do now."
I
and then
have to save my. Oh,
Yeah.
it could be that.
What?
He's learning with Luke.
It's Luke was like,
It's
I have to go
what-
and
with
save
Luke,
my
I
friends.
have to go
on
and save my friends.
Empire Strikes Back.
If you go this path, what I forget what he says exactly. Speaking of which, you nailed that expression last week.
You have a hard time
You
of-
said,
Which one?
he's me.
Of course I know him. He's me.
That was so good. That was in our reaction.
Oh, he's not dead.
Check out our reaction video.
Not yet.
Oh,
Sorry,
Matt
Matt.
is gone.
Matt, cover that up.
Blend it in.
There are children watching.
Yeah. But no, I don't know, man. That's
So-
tough.
That makes me think, though, really, that could happen. He chooses to stay with Luke, but then something in the Force he
You can
realizes
sense it.
goes bad with Mando or his friends or something like that, and he has to run off and help Mando.
Well, he
and
already-
in that moment, he might show Luke in a way because it's a conflict of beliefs, really. Mando said in the last episode about how that's totally different from the Mandalorian way, which attachment isn't a bad thing. It makes you
Right.
stronger, right? It was kind of the idea behind it, whereas the
Close-knit group.
Jedi are the opposite. Attachment
Right.
is a bad thing. It can
Also,
lead you down
aren't
the dark side.
Mandalorians and
So-
Jedi like mortal enemies?
Not
They
necessarily.
were.
They were at a time. Yes, it was the Sith. It was the Sith, and then it was the Mandalorians, and
Yeah.
it was the Jedi. It was basically those three were fighting. It was called I think the Hyperspace Wars or something like that. It's pretty
Hyperspace
epic.
Wars.
I would love to see that.
Sounds real 80s.
Everybody was drinking Mountain
Wizard.
Dew.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody's drinking Mountain Dew.
No, they'd
They
probably
had
have
Mountain
to,
Dew IVs.
they'd have to go back to like the 30s or something like
Right.
that. No,
Wearing
but
top hats.
right.
Pip, pip, the doodly doo. Hats
No,
off
but-
to you, Mando.
I feel like Grogu might teach Luke in a way that attachment might
Is
not
okay.
be a bad
Yeah.
thing if it's used in the right way. Because
Right.
really, if you think about it, Anakin's perspective, because they're looking at Anakin and how attachment can be bad, because he's kind of the prime suspect of that. Not
Yeah.
suspect, but prime example of how attachment can go super south.
Well, and Anakin was manipulated through the Force.
yeah, by the dark
go
side
bad.
and Sidious.
To go bad, yeah.
And really, if you think about it this way, if the Jedi wouldn't have had that attachment, he wouldn't have had to keep it secret. And really, in that regard, if everybody knew about it, the attachment,
Mhm.
he wouldn't have gone down the dark side because the Jedi would have been helping him to save Padme. They would have been working with him
Yep.
and not against him.
Yep.
In some ways, to make him feel like an outsider. So really,
Indeed.
it goes both ways, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Well, and
it-
like it or not, where we see Luke in the sequels, he's a little
Whiny?
upset.
Yeah.
He's a little
right.
mad. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like,
You think they're heading that way though?
I don't know. I don't
See,
know.
I'm
I'm just
wondering-
saying, like, he's in a good state of mind right now.
Right.
He's like ready to go. Ahsoka's there. You're ready to rock. Let's do this like temple or this school.
Let's build this temple. We built this
You know,
city.
and then so he's kind of staying with the old ways, but he's kind of learning new ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear you.
And didn't Grogu like kind of already go to the dark? No, I'm just kidding. In
A
the,
little
He did
bit,
force
yeah.
choke
Cara Dune,
Cara Dune, and
Yeah.
what was the other thing he did? He did something else dark.
Ate the frog lady's eggs.
Oh yeah, that was dark. I did not like that.
Come on, man. Those
Come
are
on,
kids.
man.
Yeah, seriously.
It
It
was
was
nuts.
sushi.
Oh.
It was sushi. It
Toast sushi.
was actually what is frog egg?
Calamari.
Egg rolls.
No, it's
That is squid, my boy.
Is it just called frog legs?
That is squid, my boy.
no, it's
No, it's caviar.
caviar. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's frog eggs,
Yeah.
right? Or no, that's fish
No.
eggs.
Fish eggs, yeah. Frog eggs are frog eggs.
Frog
Frog
eggs.
eggs. Tadpoles.
Welcome
Eggs.
to Stay on Target.
All right.
Things all about food.
Okay.
Next
So,
week on
let's-
science class with Stay on Target.
Yeah.
I want to touch upon one more point.
Yes.
It
go for
was
it. Go for it.
the Order 66 flashback that Grogu had.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so
That was
there's a lot of there is a lot to digest there, but not
Mhm.
really. You know, he's being guarded by three
Jedi.
Jedi.
Masters.
One looked like
as-
Joe Costa knew, but it's not.
It's-
think.
I don't
I think,
think-
I think she was
Ooh.
too young.
Yeah.
And I don't think she had white hair.
Also, it was Jedi 1,
Yeah, it said
according
Jedi
to
1.
the subtitles. But anyway,
That'd been pretty cool though.
what I really want to know is who saved him,
Yeah.
because they
Another
kill all
mystery.
three of those
with him.
Jedi,
He was just
and then
sitting
they
there.
go to him, and it goes black, and you're
Maybe
like,
they just threw him in a
that doesn't
escape
explain
pod,
anything.
Shipped him off.
right?
Yeah.
Or did he just go nuts and kill all the
Psycho.
clones, and he left?
Yeah.
And
Well-
then somebody found him.
Well, you also said
Yes.
what?
My
That would
theory.
be crazy.
My theory is Mace Windu is alive,
Oh,
and he
man.
came back to
Dude.
the Jedi Temple and found Grogu.
That
and knew he was
And-
that important.
Yep, and then took him somewhere.
Can you imagine?
I
that?
want that to be the next flashback
I'm
series.
game with that.
That
He has one hand, so he's fighting them
Yeah.
off with his other hand.
Yep.
All they got to do is show the purple lightsaber, and I'd be like,
God.
"Yep, that's him. We're done here.
Yeah.
They don't even have to show it.
Yeah.
Just purple,
Oh man.
Purple.
Purple.
I like that.
And that could lead into
and then Mace Windu shows up.
yes. I would be
Do
totally
you
for
know?
that.
Like my mind, I'd just be
He
like,
could.
Star Wars is in the golden age now.
If they did that,
Yeah,
it would
It'd
be
be
in
like
the
there's
golden age.
nowhere you can't
already
go wrong
is.
now. You can't go wrong.
Well, the
I mean,
Oh, I'm sure.
I'd
that
say
they-
the original trilogy is golden age,
Yeah,
and then the second golden age, which was more silver,
the
but
Golden
still great.
Girls.
was the prequels.
Yeah.
With the Clone Wars.
Yep.
And then I'm saying the golden age again
Yeah.
is now what we're living
Yeah.
through
the
with
Dark Age was the sequels.
the sequels. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. They were last place.
they
they
didn't learn anything.
Except during the sequels, we
They
did
couldn't
get
read
some
in the Dark
Clone
Ages.
Wars.
We did get some more Clone
Well, there
Wars.
were Clone Wars in it, and we got some Rebels.
Yeah, and Rebels.
And
Those-
Rebels informs. Why am I doing this? Rebels
Why am I
informs.
doing
Don't
this?
look at me.
Rebels informs a lot of where we're at right now.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Actually, with what they're pulling out now.
yes.
Because we're living in the Really, it's
The
the
Filoni-verse.
Filoni-verse that Jon Favreau is helping to create.
Yeah.
Which I guess, in a sense, because Jon Favreau played Pre Vizsla in the Clone Wars,
Yeah.
he's been in the Filoni-verse the whole time, helping
Yep.
drive story. So it's
Strange.
really all. But Dave Filoni is really the protege.
Do you
Oh,
think he
man.
voiced Paz Vizsla in the last episode?
Yeah,
Did he?
he plays him
Because I
think-
know.
but-
No. It's a different actor.
Oh, is
I
it?
looked it
thought-
up,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a different physical actor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but I don't.
Remember Paz Vizsla,
Yeah,
Matt?
I know he did. I know he
Wasn't
played him.
asking You, Nick.
I know he played him in the Mandalorian season
Oh,
Really?
really?
because of
Voice.
his voice.
It was just a
Voice.
voice.
Maybe
I
it was
think.
just his voice.
Probably just.
But
a
in the
voice.
last episode, it didn't really sound like Jon Favreau.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It kind of did.
kind of, but not as much as it did in the
That's-
Mandalorian.
that is
I
true.
think he was modulating it though.
Modulating.
I think he was trying to make it sound different than pre Vizsla,
Yeah,
but still similar enough. It was kind of deeper.
right. That was
Uh,
just a
Side
offshoot.
tangent. Well, you kind of
Tangent.
talked about the Order 66. Another
Right.
cool thing there was the 501st
Yep,
Legion that the
Anakin's
fact
Legion.
checker reminded us of.
That was a 501st.
That was the
Yep.
501st. Yep.
The blue
I have now been informed.
The blue
Yeah.
crew.
Matt
So
has
you
now
know
been
what that
informed.
means,
Matt will remember.
I do
that.
not.
right? Doesn't that mean you could have seen Anakin?
You could have
there,
seen.
or
I
Vader?
I wondered.
I wanted them to like show him.
Wow.
I almost thought he was going to show up and kill those Jedi. At
Yeah.
one point, I was like, and then he was going to stand over Grogu.
Right.
Can you imagine if they would have done that?
That would have been nuts.
And then
See, that's why
Mace
I want
shows
to.
up.
I want to know
yeah.
who shows up to save him.
Yeah, or does he? Or does he
Or
get
does he
captured
just-
and
yeah.
go with Sidious?
Yeah, I don't know.
And Sidious plays mind tricks on him for a long time.
Right? Because
I
why
didn't
doesn't
knew.
he remember?
right?
Yeah, exactly.
When
Unless
Luke does the hand thing, he's like,
he helps him remember.
Ooh.
Remember.
I mean, our minds. Not that Grogu is the same as ours, but our minds will. We have defense mechanisms
Right,
in our
block
minds.
that
If we
stuff
can't handle something,
Yeah.
we will block it from our memory.
Yep.
Which is crazy. Which I feel
Isn't
like is
it?
kind of what Grogu did, but I feel like there's got to be some force work going on there to block his memory
Right.
or something like that. But yeah, and Luke's unlocking it, but he probably doesn't want to show him everything all at once
right.
because it's a lot.
Well,
to
yeah.
handle.
Do you think they're going to show it in the Luke and Grogu show?
Or in the next episode?
Yeah, or the
I-
next episode.
I
God,
hope they show
it's
up in the next
Mace.
episode because they're
hope it's
teasing
Mace
a lot
Windu.
of things, and if they don't give us some answers in the next episode,
Wait, what are you saying you want him to show in the next episode? Be specific.
Mace
Yeah,
Windu
sorry.
saves him.
well, we want to know.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, we want to know who saves Grogu from Order 66.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happens to him and why he forgot a lot and
Mhm.
what happened in the time in between. Because there's a lot of time that happens between
There is
Order
a lot of
66 and 5 years after
Yeah, because he.
Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Yep. We're all caught up.
Anyway,
We're up to speed.
Let me sum up. There's too much.
Let me catch you up to speed. We know nothing. You are now up to speed.
Yeah. Okay. And let's go back to Luke in this episode. What do you
Great.
guys think of how he looked?
Way
we got
better.
more Luke in this episode than we did the sequel trilogy. Just saying.
we got more Luke
Wow,
in this episode than
you're
we
right.
did
I didn't even
Boba.
think of that.
Yep.
Oh,
More
the
Luke
thought-
than
The thought
Boba,
just popped into
actually.
my head.
And it was a way better version of Luke, the version we've
Yeah.
all been wanting.
Yep.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Well, and
Dave
it actually
Filoni
it
and
actually
Jon Favreau.
looked like Luke. Like there were some parts that were like, it's kind of funny looking, but going back to Mandalorian.
Yeah, we
Season-
should watch that.
Was
again.
that season 2 or 3?
Season 2?
Oh, 2, yeah.
the very
There's no
end.
third one. Nick. What are
You know,
thinking?
and I think
We're in the third one.
Right, yeah.
the CG. I think the reason it
Oh my
looked a
gosh.
little better was because they were outside.
Oh, you saw the fact check.
It was blurred out, though, so you didn't really notice.
Yeah, no, there's extra humans in here.
Yeah.
And there's like this
Extra
There's
humans.
this giant light glowy thing on the wall here. That's the
Yeah.
outside portal that takes us into the metaverse.
Whoa, we're going into the,
The
metaverse.
Anyway, back to the show.
Yep.
Luke was insane and he looked really good.
Yeah.
And I think part of it was because of that natural light. Maybe they were able to play with it. He was a little farther away.
Well, like you
I
said,
don't
the
know.
way they did his voice,
Mm-hmm.
Dan, you said,
Yeah, they put his voice, or well, a lot of times when he was speaking, which is when you can really see that uncanny
Yeah.
valley,
yeah,
he was like they were over his shoulder.
Mhm.
Or he was much farther away.
They
Or
were
they
on
were
Grogu.
panning through so you could see his voice mouth moving, and then it would be in front of the something, and then it would finish off over here. They
Yeah.
were just really creative and maximizing, like,
Mhm.
and then his facial expressions. A lot of times he wasn't saying anything. He was just like eyes closed
Right.
or, whatever.
yeah. He only really said a few words that you saw on his face. Otherwise, it was looking at Grogu, the scenery behind his back, his legs.
But
stuff
it
like that.
looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
Nick,
looked a lot
it made you a
better.
believer. Are you a believer, Nick?
Yes.
Sweet,
You
because
can
I know
only
you
go
were
up
a
from
little.
here. The
you were a little-
Mandalorian season 2 one, I was not happy.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It was like, what are you guys trying to do?
It's a
It
mess.
honestly looked like he had a stroke. It did. I'm sorry. It did not look good. People who defend it are blind. They can't see.
I'll say the only thing I liked a little bit better about season 2 was his facial structure. He looked a little bit more masculine, I guess you could say, and his hair looked a little bit better.
He looked
but
terrible.
I will say, yeah,
his hair. His hair looked better
in
the
season
second.
2. He looked cooler.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Remember
But
when Tarkin was in Rogue One?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
better than that, wasn't
yeah,
it?
I'd say it's better than that.
I mean, Luke in last season.
Yeah.
Because Tarkin won one of the giant awards. What are the giant
did he?
Oscar? They won an Oscar for visual effects for Tarkin.
I
Yeah.
thought Tarkin looked pretty good.
That was
honestly.
6
I did
years ago.
too.
Yeah, 6 years ago.
Princess Leia was in that one too.
Yeah, that was a bit,
That one was a little.
It's just
It was like a
uncanny
split.
valley,
It was like
man.
a split-second scene, but you were like,
Yes.
something's off. Something's
Yeah.
wrong here.
Yeah, Matt, what'd you think of Luke in this one versus the last season of Mando?
Well, it was better than last season. right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But
See,
other than that, I mean,
Did you like
They look
seeing
good.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say the biggest thing too is it felt like Luke.
Yeah.
It definitely felt like Luke. It had
felt
his-
him?
it sounded even
it
more
sounded
like
more
Luke.
like him.
In
And
Mando season 2, it was weird.
well, it was so
That's what I was
rubbery.
going to say.
Yeah.
He sounded a lot better
Yeah.
almost
Almost.
this time
I
around.
don't know
Like
who
they
voiced
really
him.
did a good job finding his lines,
Yeah.
bringing him out.
You wonder if they modulated his voice to sound like Luke, or if it was just somebody
I think
who
Mark
impersonated
Hamill might have
Luke.
done it actually,
No.
because they got Mark Hamill for a lot the season 2,
No.
and he could have just
You
done it.
have lost.
They could have just done his voice. You know, he could have just sent his voice in
I
because he's a
think-
voice actor.
If they did his voice, they modulated it very heavily.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound the same as he did in
But he can do a pretty good
1980.
impersonation of himself.
1977, 1980,
you can
1983.
impersonate himself.
Yeah, but,
He
he's,
can
but he's a voice
impersonate
actor is what I'm
himself.
saying. He can make it sound pretty close. It's not 100%.
His voice has age to it, though.
yeah.
He can't make himself sound like himself.
But I'm wondering if
40
they
years
can
ago.
algorithm it,
50 years
whatever
ago.
Or can
Yeah.
he?
whatever AI it is they're using. I'm wondering if they can take what he's got now, what he says now, because
Yeah.
he didn't say the word Grogu, and he clearly said Grogu in this episode. You know, if
Right.
they're
Oh,
taking
you mean
from-
Oh yeah, you mean like they pieced it together
that's what
from
they
what
that's
he
what
said?
they did to
Yeah.
do the other. You know, that's how they do the audio. They take every line that he's ever said in the Star Wars universe.
Mhm.
Well, Mark
Right.
Hamill was in the second one though, and he did do the voice.
I don't think so.
He did a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
They mixed him up.
Did they mix him for this
Yeah.
season?
No,
The fact-
for Mandalorian season 2.
Oh, okay.
Or
Or
no,
is it-
Max Lloyd-Jones and him were the bodies,
Yeah,
weren't they?
that's what I thought.
I'm pretty sure when I watched the long when they talked about it in Disney
Hmm.
Plus, was that season or that episode where they go over the?
Oh yeah, the behind the scenes type
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm pretty
The
sure
round
they
table.
said that they took all the audio snippets from him ever talking. And but then I think what you're saying is, yes, maybe Hamill sampled extra stuff.
Yeah, and they could have pieced it together, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they blend it together
Maybe
to
they
get his
used his facial
inflections.
structure.
Doobie, what he's saying.
Doobie-doo.
Yeah, but really,
I don't know. It's crazy.
Anyway,
It's just I'm so thankful they took a risk in season 2, and even if it didn't look right, I'm glad they weren't afraid to put Luke in there because now it's paying off. Because now they open up the story. Now they really open up the story.
All I'm saying,
yes, 100% agree with you.
just get Sebastian Stan to do it.
I know.
It would be so much easier.
Yeah, because he looks.
It
so
looks
much.
pretty much identical.
Because if you deep faked Sebastian Stan, it would be so like his bone structure. Because that was the one thing. That was the one thing I was saying was the bone structure is what you cannot 100% get with deep.
What did I tell you?
With deep faking.
Don't ever try to kiss me in public again.
I'm sorry. Not again.
Not again.
Oh gosh. No, but the bone structure is something you can't change.
And we already cut out.
They cut us.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And we're done. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Just
No,
kidding.
deep faking technology though. Back to on the target.
Back to on the target. Back to the arrow about to hit the target.
We they deep faked his face and it looked so much like Luke, but when he turned his head, you could tell the bone structure was slightly off and you could see the other actor's face coming through. But it was enough that it blended so much more seamlessly than the rubbery face of season 2. And he didn't really say that much.
asking your permission.
It was a lot more believable. And I think if they do a show, they're going to have more time to clean it up.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, I would still agree. But yeah,
you
it
need
looked
to
good.
work
It was solid.
smarter, not harder, people.
Right.
Come on.
Let's
Come
talk,
on.
let's talk
Hey,
about
come
some
on,
other-
somebody.
There's a lot more that happened in this episode. Let's touch on a few more things.
I think we touched on basically everything.
We pretty much did.
basically.
We decided which way he's gonna go.
Yeah.
Grogu.
We made the decision for him.
Yep.
and the
Grogu
choices
doesn't have a
that
choice.
the choices that Mando had to make too in this by not.
By not actually seeing Grogu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
again, the
tough
CGI
one.
of him flying in that ship was
Oh, yeah.
epic, and it looked so clean.
Do we
so
know what it's
smooth when he
called?
lands.
Did he call it something yet?
No, they
His
just said,
starship?
"Is that a Naboo
Starfighter,
Starfighter?"
yeah.
And he said, "What did he say? It used to be, or it started
Yeah.
off that way."
That's what it started as.
It is such a cool ship now.
Yeah.
It
Maybe
looks
he'll call it the Razor Crest 2.
right.
2.0.
Actually, you know what's a good point? Why he might choose Mando? Now I'm thinking about
I was thinking about something else too, but
Okay,
go
you
aid.
go. No, you go
you
ahead.
go. No, you go.
No,
Talking
you
enough.
go.
You
No,
go.
Grogu.
I haven't. No, because of when he waved. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, that's what you're
Oh,
thinking.
He
He-
saw the ship. He knew. He knew.
And he put his
sensed
hand out to
Mando.
him.
He's like,
What'd you say?
Yeah.
What'd you
So
say,
there
Matt?
was a lot of longing there.
I think
to go with
he's
them.
already
wrong.
connected. The connection is still there. He could probably smell Mando on that chainmail.
Smell you.
And Ahsoka said there's a strong bond
Right.
between the two of them,
Right.
which she said that to Luke. And he's like, well, what do I do? So that's why Luke is giving him the choice. And he doesn't want the same thing to happen to Luke or Grogu, what happened to his father. So there's a lot of personal stuff that's
Yeah,
going
but
on
okay,
there.
not, technically speaking, Ahsoka's not even a Jedi.
That's what I was going to
I know.
say.
so what's he even listening to her for?
Right, exactly.
Well-
Ahsoka didn't follow the Jedi way. she
Yeah,
has
citizen.
attachments all over. Look at her in that Leku, whatever they call it.
Leku.
Leku.
She's attached to that thing all over the place.
She's like, I know best.
They're
even
attached
though
to
I'm
her
not
head.
really a Jedi. Ooh.
Well, that was a lot of different circumstances, though, that happened there. Okay?
Yeah,
There's a lot of backstory.
We'll let it slide, but I want Ashley
I'm
Eckstein's
holding a
voice.
grudge.
I want Ashley Eckstein's voice, actually.
She's not
After
a
this episode, I preferred
Yeah,
Ashley
I
Eckstein.
agree. And something about her playing, she just doesn't quite.
It's a little serious.
Yeah.
She's a little late. Yeah.
It's
She's
not
too
as peppy.
serious.
childish.
It's not as
No.
peppy. That's the thing. She just doesn't have the peppy voice to go along. She's trying,
Yeah.
but it feels just slightly off.
I think she's making it her own.
Yeah, it's
and
not
She's
bad.
just
Fine. It's not
mature.
bad.
Mature.
Don't do that.
Mature.
It is interesting, though, in the lore, though, that he
Mature.
is going to be starting that. She's starting the school with him. That's not something we knew.
No.
I don't.
Well,
she's leaving.
She left. She's
Yeah.
like, "Will I?" He
Oh,
said, "Will I
gotcha,
see
okay.
you again?"
yeah.
Oh, I see. So she was telling Mando this is going to be his school.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Because I don't think she really wants to be, because she's not a Jedi technically, but she still follows the light side. She's still a light side user, just a non-Jedi light side user who was definitely trained by the Jedi and believes in a lot of the. And that's why, in some ways, in this episode, why she was kind of pushing Mando not to
Yeah.
have attachment. I think it's more just the the Anakin Skywalker thing. She doesn't want to go anybody
Anakin
to go
Skywalker
the Darth
theme.
Vader route. But yeah, other points in this episode, I'll say the music was really good.
Yeah, a lot of themes.
A lot of good themes. Kind of slow going with the whole Luke part, but they gave it time to breathe. I loved whenever he was riding on his back. And Matt called it. It was so funny. We were watching the episode.
The one thing I remember.
Yeah.
The one thing I remember.
I never thought somebody could forget so much without a severe blow to the head.
The forget me stick.
No, but Matt, we were watching it. What'd you say, Matt? Whenever he was running through the forest?
I called that he was going to do a front flip.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then he jumps the first time. He's like, oh. And then the next one he does a front flip. We're like, oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
But he said, hang on. That was cool. Said
See,
it to him.
You know what's funny about that? Go ahead, Dustin.
No, you go.
What is funny about that, Dan?
We saw
Elaborate.
some of that in another movie that we don't really care for universally here. A little Luke running through the forest.
Robin
doing
Hood
some
and Little
training.
John
Running through the forest.
With his
Laughing
sister
back and forth at
Leia.
what the other has to say. Copyright.
Episode 9. So we saw that very similar sequence.
No, that wasn't. They fought in the woods a little bit in episode 9.
They were training.
They were running.
They were
Had to
barely
be.
running. It's more a callback to Empire Strikes
Yeah,
Back.
I would say that.
I don't know.
Nobody
about
likes
that.
the sequels, Dan.
I'm not
Only
saying
you.
that.
I'm trying to
just
bring
saying,
it in.
was it the same time period? Wasn't it? There wasn't Leia in them. That was you're talking about.
Yeah,
That was during
no, you're
Empire
right.
Strikes Back. No, that was post 6. So they're on the same stinking planet.
Dude,
That's
that's,
all I'm
what
saying.
they're going to do.
Oh, you're saying this was the same planet they were training
I'm just
on?
saying it reminded me of that when he's flipping. I was like,
Right,
hey, I've
right.
seen this somewhere. Was yeah with Leia?
That's
yeah, you're
right.
not wrong. You're definitely not wrong.
That's what they're going to do in the Luke and Grogu show.
I might be wrong.
Leia's going to show up.
Leia's
They're
gonna
going to
show
train
up.
together.
I think.
Oh my
I think there's a
gosh.
strong chance that we might see Luke,
I don't know.
Han, and Leia in the next episode,
What about Chewbacca?
and Chewbacca.
If you see the Millennium Falcon fly up,
Oh, my. Dude.
Oh, my.
Do you know how nuts
Nick's
that
gonna
next
smash
episode-
that Lego set back
I'm,
there.
I'm going to break a wall.
if the Millennium Falcon shows up,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Dude, it's going to be nuts.
Hey, it's Tatooine.
And then
they're always passing through.
And then Grand
I think
Admiral Thrawn
it's gonna.
is going to show up at the very end, and you're going to be like,
Yeah,
this is too good.
yeah.
I mean, if
like,
Thrawn
it already
Where's this
is.
Ben?
How many shows
Oh,
are in
man.
this one show? We got Boba Fett, we got
Yep.
the Mando,
Yep.
we got Ahsoka,
Yep.
and we got the Luke and Grogu
Yep.
show.
Heck, they might even do a Cad Bane show now.
I'm wondering.
Seriously, do you
right?
think
Although, I
Ahsoka?
have
Oh,
a
there's an
theory about
Ahsoka
Cad Bane.
series. Oh yeah, so the Ahsoka stuff, she's probably out. 'Cause she's going to be in her series.
Yeah,
right?
that's why they were tying it all together. I like that they're tying
And-
it together. It's like Star Wars Avengers.
And you're right. I'll
And they're
bet you
going to come back
Ahsoka.
together for Thrawn or Crimson Dawn.
I bet you
Thrawn
Ahsoka's
and
going
Crimson
to
Dawn.
lead
Yeah.
into Thrawn. I have a feeling
Yeah.
Ahsoka's series is going to lead into
Yeah.
where Rebels picked up, or picking up from where Rebels left off. It
Because-
has to.
In
Yep.
that episode, she specifically mentions
Right.
Thrawn. So
Where
you're
is
right.
Thrawn?
You're 100% right.
Yeah,
And
I think
more
that's what they're
and-
going to do there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think you're right.
I think we're all right.
I think you're left.
Yeah. So talking about that, what are our predictions for the next episode? Now that we've covered most of this
Okay.
episode.
Final predictions.
Final predictions, and we got
Everybody's
going
going to die. The end.
Well, that's one way to look
It's
at it.
going to be an absolute flop.
Boba Fett.
It's just gonna be a flashback sequence to him just sitting out in the desert alone, flipping like a bantha
Yeah.
burger.
Yep. No, dude, that's what it's gonna be a dream sequence.
A
From
dream
Boba.
sequence.
And then they're gonna redo everything in the second season.
Wow.
Wow. What a waste of
They
time.
better not do that.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be they're gonna go to war with the Pikes. I'm assuming. If they don't, then it's gonna be like, what was the buildup for?
Yep.
And then we're gonna see some more cameos.
Oh yeah. You think Luke, Han, and Leia maybe? And Chewbacca?
I'm saying like Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Oh, you
Yeah.
think they're gonna have to?
I think
introduce
they're
the
gonna
big
set
bad?
it up for the Ahsoka series.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
gonna have to tease something at the end of
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
one. If it's not, so we kind of talked about this a little bit, but if it's not Thrawn, which I still think it will be,
Yeah.
it might
Ultimately,
be Crimson Dawn
Yeah.
because
And
of the
Kira.
Pikes. Yeah. And Cad Bane now.
I mean, Cad Bane showing up
That
is
was
just
crazy,
like,
man.
wow. I'm trying to think of any other Clone Wars Rebels characters that we haven't seen yet that
Rex?
are still alive. And
Live action Rex, they could do it because it's
Mhm.
Tamora Morrison.
Yep.
Give him a white beard.
dang,
He's good to go, baby.
They do the whole
They could.
Spider-Man Wait a minute.
Will.
Yeah, it's just
Genius.
Boba looking at each other.
Right.
Oh, that'd be
Oh my
hilarious.
gosh.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Is-
They're gonna have to tease something bigger because
Yeah.
obviously they're bringing them all together to say that look, this is all the same universe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there's gonna have to be an Avengers type big bad that they're setting up, which I think is Thrawn.
Okay.
But Crimson Dawn's I think is going to be a part of that, and might be what Boba Fett season 2, if they do a season 2,
right.
will be about.
Hey,
Right.
I know I haven't seen the Clone Wars and this might spoil something, but is Hondo still alive?
Yeah.
They could
Hondo
bring him in
Panaka?
there.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I won't give it away.
I don't
He
think
could show up.
I don't think you can kill Hondo.
I don't think
Hondo!
if he shows up. Yes, I would absolutely
Yes.
love that. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
He is one of the funniest Star Wars characters.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to know. Where is 3PO?
Yeah, that's what I
That's
said.
what Nick said during
Okay.
the
And
episode.
he's
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Good
oh,
point.
with Princess Leia. And I'm like,
Didn't say it
okay,
like
then
that.
where's
Yeah.
Princess Leia and Han? Where are they at?
Oh, with Princess
Yeah.
Leia, dummy.
Princess Leia. I know
Also,
everything. I'm a
those
Star Wars buff.
I've never seen ant droids. Have you guys? Where have we
No,
seen ant droids?
I've never seen those before either.
We said it reminded us of that movie, Dan. The
Yeah.
ants.
ants.
I was like, they're
Ants.
gigantic.
No. Yeah, that. What is it called?
It or them.
I think it's them.
them.
I
Trust
think
me.
that's what it is.
Nightmares.
Dan, that gave Dan nightmares. So
Yeah,
did that
'cause
just
it's horrifying.
those robots
It
just
was
give you
weird.
nightmares?
It was a weird, surreal
Yeah.
moment as like an 11-year-old. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
It's kind of like
but there's
watching. You
probably
ever
ants
watch
gonna
Starship
eat me now.
Troopers?
Yeah, I watched.
Dude, I
Starship
watched that
Troopers.
movie when I was like 11,
Way
and
too
I was
young.
like, "What is this?
Crazy.
I'm terrified
Yes.
of the dark."
Hey, Matt, what was the first movie that gave you the frights?
The fright lights.
Honestly, I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know.
Honestly.
You never.
I'll say
Hard
Do you
to
guys
say.
ever watch Watership Down?
No.
Okay, it's an animated movie about rabbits, and it's like
oh yeah.
something about
Stephanie.
communism or something.
we
but
may
it's
have
like
seen some of that.
super,
Yeah.
super gory,
Oh, you're
and it's
right,
not
you're
a
right.
kids movie.
You know something I don't like?
I watched that by myself when I was like 6 or 7 years old,
Oh no, Nick.
and I was like, I was traumatized.
Dude, you know
I
what?
was like, "What is
Well, see,
this?"
Matt,
dude.
explains
Matt has
it
an
all.
answer. What's Matt's
Matt, what's your
answer?
answer, Matt?
I don't like. This isn't necessarily the movie, but a character in the movie is the smiling cat in Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
the Cheshire
yeah.
Cat.
Yes,
Which
true.
one? The
I have no. clue.
cartoon or the
No,
live action
Probably
one?
live action.
Yeah,
Just
they're both
weird. It
terrifying.
just creeps me out.
Yeah.
Because it's creepy.
I don't like human cats or smiling cats.
You don't
I
like
agree with that.
humanized cats.
Humanized cat.
What is
like
that
that
called?
cat movie that came out. I never watched.
Oh,
it.
Cats.
Cats.
I heard it was bad anyways.
I heard it
It
was
was,
terrible.
but I don't
Yeah.
like-
Cats is
I-
hilariously awful, and I didn't
Yeah.
watch it. I watched somebody review it and make fun of it.
That's why it's hilariously awful
Creeps
because
me
we
out.
didn't see it.
You know why? Because it's pretty much 99% CGI.
Did you see it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
It's a
I'm assuming
mess.
that's why
Did
it was
you
terrible.
see it?
Yeah, like Matt said,
Oh
people
my
in cat
God.
suits. I'm like, go away.
Yeah, you're like,
Oh,
what are you doing?
What is up with these weirdo cat
No,
people?
we're
We
on
love
a-
the cat people out there. Just saying, if you have cats,
Well,
we love you
this
too.
all
Love you,
started-
Star Wars.
I like
This all
cats.
started with
I don't
Star
like
Wars
human cats.
creatures.
You're right. Okay.
We have 2
Yeah.
cats.
We have loth cats
All right.
in
Oh.
the Star Wars universe.
That's right.
And therefore,
We
we
see a
are
lot
back
of
to the
them.
Star Wars show.
A lot of them
Stay
are
on
rebels.
target. No.
The one thing that freaked me out as a kid, because this has become a therapy session for all of us.
Yeah.
It was X-Files.
Oh yeah.
I
Dude.
watched that.
X-Files are...
some of those
Dude,
episodes.
I watched
like
that
watched those?
way
Oh,
too
man.
young.
right. Yeah.
There was an episode.
What about Signs?
Signs freaked me out as a
Oh,
kid too. I definitely
Bad.
those noises that they made that
Yeah.
freaked me out.
Yeah.
I did not like that.
Darkness.
And then, but X-Files was first though. There was an episode where if you went into the woods alone,
Yeah.
into the specific woods, these people with red eyes
Yeah. Yep.
or creatures with red
Yep.
eyes would find you and kill you.
Yeah.
Why did I watch that when I was 6 or 7
Why was
years
that on
old?
television?
Why did somebody let me watch that?
Right. Yeah.
Also,
It's just one of those things, dude.
why is every electronic device that we own have a red light on
Exactly.
it? So when you go out in the living room at night or
Fear.
someplace, there's like a little red LED staring
Right.
at you, 2 eyes.
That is
recording
the prime
everything.
reason why I didn't want to be alone as a child. After
Right.
that moment
Red eyes.
at night, because the very end of that episode, Scully went into the woods, okay?
Uh-huh.
And they got out, they made it, oh, yay. And you think the episode's over, and it is.
Yeah.
And then so she
it
goes,
is.
And it is.
I was
she's
right.
there out of the woods. You know, there was a bunch of people that went in there. They're not going to get them all, whatever. And then they show Scully, ready to go, Scully. And then she walks out of her hotel room,
Oh boy.
and then they pan down.
Uh huh.
Which Again, I'm 6 or 7 years old. And under the bed
No.
red eyes.
Yeah.
It was in the room with her.
Right. Yeah.
As
Horrifying.
a child.
Horrifying.
Trying to sleep at night.
Right. You're like,
All
are
I
there
could
red
think
eyes?
of were red eyes
Right.
under my bed.
Yeah.
A monster. And they attacked a child in that episode. They went after a child.
Welcome
Genius.
to therapy sessions with Dustin.
It freaked the crap out
He's
of me.
working through some stuff. He needs a bran muffin.
You know what really freaked Grogu out as a child was Order 66.
Order 66.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Yes.
And full circle.
Full circle. We know how to
All
bring
right.
it back here.
Yeah, that was my
Target.
prediction. What's yours? What's going to happen?
What was your...
Mine is Admiral Thrawn
Yeah.
shows up.
Okay. I think we're gonna see a big battle between the Pikes.
Yep.
We're gonna have a showdown between
Yep.
Boba Fett and
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane.
Yep.
Whoa.
They might kill off Cad Bane. I really hope they don't, but I think they might just to show that Boba's the best.
Why else would they introduce him?
Yeah, but they might be teasing more with them.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I think they're gonna have to explore that grudge. I don't know why they would kill off a main
Or
character.
maybe he'll be his nemesis throughout the rest of
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm
like
hoping.
season 2 or 3
Yep.
of Boba Fett.
And he's gonna be working with the Pikes and Thrawn.
Yep.
And he's gonna be like Thrawn's enforcer.
Imagine
In a lot of
meeting
ways,
Cad
or-
Bane
or
out in the woods
crime.
at night.
Especially
Red
this
eyes.
live action version.
It's
Man. This live action
teeth.
version is pretty intense. Yeah. It was he was a lot scarier looking in the live action version than
for sure.
For
the
show.
voice
course, a lot-
was spot on though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think it's the same actor, but part of it was
Hope
a lot
so.
of times in the animated series they don't really show his face. He's always got that hat with the
Yep.
brim.
Yeah, which they did a lot in this episode.
And this time, yeah, they did, but this time they kind of like stayed on his face for like too long. I was like, ugh.
And it wasn't blue enough for me. It was
a
like a little
bug.
pale.
Yeah.
It was a little
it's
pale.
not animated.
Yeah,
That's
he's
And it
seen
was-
some
why.
stuff.
He's dying.
And it was a little rubbery.
He's
But
Hugo.
Who hired him to go?
He's weaving.
Who hired him to go there?
the Pikes.
Pikes.
Okay, straight up.
Pikes or Thrawn
Pikes on a bike.
or Crimson Dawn. I'm not sure. That's the
Yeah.
mystery.
Or
the
Thrawn
intrigue.
is using the pikes.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if Thrawn's just using every source to take apart the New Republic.
Yeah.
Because that's
Wow.
really,
That
if
would
you,
make
if
sense.
you read the Thrawn trilogy, it's about the Empire
a
taking back
tactician.
over the
All right.
galaxy.
Grandmaster Thrawn.
So he's going to use whatever means he can.
throwing down some sick beats.
You know what I think we're going to get in the
Yeah.
next episode?
What? Do it.
One of the best battle sequences we've ever gotten.
I
Yeah.
really hope so.
without Jedi involved.
Yeah.
I
Or
think-
maybe some Jedi.
or
involved.
maybe some Jedi.
Darksaber.
I'm thinking like Magnificent Seven level,
Yes.
that
Ooh.
Seven Samurai level. Now you got the team together. They're outnumbered. The Pikes are showing up. It's going to be massive, and I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a Western shootout mixed with like, in the Star Wars universe.
Yep.
You know what I
Lots
thought
of
actually
explosions.
by accident when they were flying around? He's like, I know some people I can go get. And then they fly over some Jawas.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought he was going to get the Jawas.
That's right. Yeah, that's what we
Is that what
thought
you
a little
said?
bit
Yeah.
too.
I was like, he's going, oh yeah, I guess they kind of had some battles and then
Right.
the egg and then the thing.
It's still a possibility.
Thing.
Maybe I'm predicting,
McRib
maybe
is
what I
back.
want to predict is that the Jawas are going to come in
sound
and
like a
save the
Wookiee.
day.
Right.
Kind of like they had the people on Return of the Jedi, the
Yeah.
little pet teddy bears. What are they called?
Ugnaughts.
No, Ewoks.
Ewoks.
Ugnaughts are the
Ugnaughts are a thing.
I want to
They are a
see.
thing.
I want to see them
Pygmies.
all. I want to see the Tuskens. I want to see the Tuskens show up.
Well, that
I wanna
one
see
Tusken.
Yeah, the
She
one
can show
Tusken,
up.
she can show up
I
still.
want to see the Tuskens show up and wrap up Boba Fett. I want
And
to
then
see the Jawas show up. I want
Boba
to
Fett
see
and
some.
Fennec get married.
Yeah.
Have
I want to
kids.
see Boba ride the
Yes, the Rancor.
Rancor.
Rancor. That was
I wanna
something
see
we were
Danny
talking
Trejo.
about.
Ride
Yeah.
it into battle.
Danny Trejo with like a submachine gun or
Yep.
like a,
machete.
giant
A machete.
Yeah, he's gonna have a,
A
machete.
vibro machete.
Yep.
A
That would be,
vibro machete.
that would
Yeah.
be epic.
And
That would
you know,
be.
I don't think anybody's coming in to save the day unless it's like Han Solo and he's like,
That's
right.
what. That, well, or Luke,
or Luke
Luke
with
Leia,
Grogu.
Han, Grogu.
Chewie.
Oh, because if Grogu makes his decision
Yeah.
and then Luke's like,
Yep.
all right, I'll help you out. Just
I'll
this
get
one
you back
time.
to him, and then
Yep.
he's in the middle of a battle, and they show up and they help save the day.
And R2 and then 3PO starts stumbling through
And
the
that's where
sand.
3PO loses his arm and it connects to the sequel trilogy.
No.
Oh,
Stop.
man.
It's bad.
I don't.
It's
I
real
don't know
bad.
if they're gonna connect to the sequel trilogy.
I don't think they are.
They haven't yet, so I
don't
don't.
want them
I
to.
don't think they're gonna. I think
Please
they
don't
might just say,
Yep.
"This might not.
I
We're
just-
not gonna go there."
Yeah.
I want to see Han and
don't
Leia
touch
going on a vacation, and they have a little baby with them, and they're going on vacation on Tatooine.
They could show
I
that.
don't know why,
Yeah.
but they're on this, and then all of a sudden this battle breaks out, and they have to jump in.
and then
The
it's
Tatooine, yeah.
adventures in babysitting with 3PO and the baby.
like the droid's tails from
Yep.
it's going to be the same animation.
Oh
and
my
I love that.
God.
That's a
And
good
then Luke
series,
shows
too.
up with Grogu, and then Han and Leia are like, "Hey, take our son, maybe train him."
Right. Sequels.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
but if
totally
they
kidding.
show-
yeah,
If they show Han and Leia and they have twins,
Mm.
then we are definitely not doing the sequel trilogy. I'm
No.
just saying they're doing straight Thrawn if they do that.
Yep.
They better.
They
But yeah,
better do.
those are good predictions, Dan. I don't think there's anything else really for what could happen next, other than I think the townspeople from Freetown.
Yeah, Freedom Town.
Was it Freedom Town or
It's
Freetown?
Freetown.
Freetown. I think that kind
What
of
a name.
solidified that they're gonna
Real
help.
original.
They're gonna
Kind of
help
a dumb
Boba
name.
Fett get those guys off their
Honestly.
planet because
Yeah.
they don't want punks like that showing up and shooting their
No,
deputies.
they're called pikes.
Oh, pikes. They don't want their pikes, those pikes showing up, those punk pikes
Punk pikes.
showing up and
Punk
shooting
pikes
their
on bikes.
deputies. You knew that guy was a goner as soon as he stepped out the door.
Mm-hmm.
He was a new guy,
He's
deputy.
just trying to be the best deputy he could be.
Look where it
Full
got
of
him.
holes.
and that tells me the fact that Cobb Vanth is still alive tells me that Cad Bane didn't want to kill him.
No, he's just a warning shot.
Yeah, it was more warning. 'Cause-
Right? He survived, right?
Yeah, he got shot in the arm
Shot in the arm.
or shoulder. I don't know. It was
You can
upper-
see it.
It was like around here.
I mean, you
somewhere
don't
around
actually
here.
see it, but you see like a spark.
It wasn't
Yeah.
his heart.
It was
It
one
weren't his
precise
heart.
shot from Cad Bane.
you're too late, baby. Copyright.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Bad name.
A bad name.
Copyrights are a bad name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and we're gonna see the choice. I hope in the next one.
Choice.
And that might all come together.
Choice.
Man, it's gonna be
it's
next
Star
episode
Wars
is gonna
Avengers.
be
It's Star Wars Avengers.
It
Star
is.
Wars Avengers, and it's gonna be epic.
And then
I don't think we're
Thanos
gonna
shows up, snaps half of the people.
just wipes out that connects the Marvel universe. with the
Tuskens
Star
don't
Wars
disappear
universe.
because they're already saying people.
Wow.
I'll be here all week. But
That is good.
Oh man. Well, on that bombshell,
right on that bombshell.
Let's
Let's
rate
get
the episode
outta
before we
here.
get out of here.
right?
Yeah, rate the episode.
All right, Dan, why don't you start us off?
Well, let's see. Last time I did 15 out of 10, so I'm sticking with my 15 out of 10.
Are
15,
you?
15 out of 10.
15 out of 10 because we went to 10 this time. Last time didn't
We went to 10 last time, didn't we?
10 out of 5.
10, Mandalorian was 10. Boba Fett's
Oh, yeah.
5
Right.
tributes.
Right.
So we're dealing with we're off the chain. We're off the chain mail.
We're off the chain mail.
But
I
just-
don't.
We'll switch to 10 because it was more Mando again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. 15 out
15
of
out
10.
of 10. Yeah.
Who's
Solid.
next?
I did
Yeah.
a 10 out of 10 last week.
I
I'll
did
do
the 10 out of 10.
a-
You did 1,000 out of 10, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I'll do a 9.
What brought it down?
It wasn't.
Not that it brought it down.
It's not brought down. It's just not. The last episode was way more action packed,
Right.
and this one was kind of missing that.
Yeah, I guess you could say.
It was more of like a.
we got so
It wasn't
much
even. It wasn't a
story.
filler. It was just like introductory.
Yeah, it was
sort
kind
of.
bringing everybody into the fold.
Yeah, it was like a setup for the next episode.
Mhm.
I
That's
can
what
see-
brought it
yeah,
down.
So it's not. Yeah.
A solid 9, though.
I think in regards to who they
Hmm.
brought into the episode, it's like
Yeah,
a 10.
Grogu.
But for the episode,
But it's just
itself,
setting
like,
up stuff.
Yeah, it's more of a setup. I agree.
Yeah.
So, sorry,
It's a trap.
Matt. What do you think, buddy?
Oh, well.
Strong man.
Strong man.
Lack
Oh.
of action. However,
Good
Yeah.
action.
I like
Lack.
the westernness.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I do
So
like
it brings
that.
it back up to a 10.
Nice.
I think they
Nice.
could do a Cobb Vanth show.
Yeah,
They
I
could.
would.
They
look,
totally
I would
could.
love a Cobb Vanth show, or
Yeah.
just integrate him more into like Boba Fett season 2
Yep.
or something.
He was really cool in this episode.
He looks so cool.
Yeah.
He's so good. I like that
Swarthy.
actor too.
Yep.
Yeah. Timothy
Think it through.
Oliphant.
I like the think it
Think
through
it
line.
through.
That's such a good line.
Think
Such
I
a
thought it
good
through.
Western.
And
I was
I'm an
think-
idiot.
I was thinking about that very scene, and I was like, there is no way those people can hear what he's saying.
Right?
Like, I want to see a
It shows from
actual
their
audio
perspective, it's
version.
just like-
yeah, he's like, thinking through. He's like, what?
They're like,
Yeah.
what?
Thinking through. Huh?
Are you saying stuff at me?
I
right
see
now?
you're the
'Cause I'm
smart
like
one.
a
He's like,
mile away.
I don't even speak your
Right?
language.
He's just like
No.
sitting there, like pooping his pants. Like, I don't know what I did to this guy.
No,
But he
so-
just killed 3 of my friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's like, what just happened?
Right.
No, I see you're the smart one. No, it's just the one who couldn't get to the gun fast enough.
Yeah, right. He's like, my reflexes
That's
are bad.
literally he's just the only one without a gun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
what's your prediction?
I'm gonna rate. Did you rate?
Yeah.
You made. What did you say?
He said a
Matt?
10.
10. Oh yeah, because you said the Western. I like how it had the Western, and then it had kind of like the samurai feel with where they're at. Maybe Yavin 4, and then the Mando-ness
Yeah.
and both. And we didn't say the blowing up of
Yes, the
Whatchamacallit?
Godfather
the
moment.
Godfather moment. That was a true
cantina.
Godfather moment whenever they blew up
Yeah, what was her name?
Quantine.
Garza Fwip.
Garza Fwip.
Garza Fwip.
Fwip.
I think she's alive, by the way. I think she's alive.
Do you think
I
one
just-
of her
Me too.
whatever things are gone?
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
She could
Did they
be-
lose those? Can they lose those?
I mean, they can.
Is it like part of their
Cut
brain?
off. No, it's like almost like a sensory
You
thing.
sew 'em
It's like a
off
cat's
Okay.
whiskers
like a,
almost.
It's like a cat's meow.
In hair. I don't know.
like a
hair.
rhino's horn.
It's like ivory of a rhino's horn.
He's like,
And there are poachers out there to get the horns of ivory from rhinos.
Leku.
National Geographic.
Lego my Leku.
Lego Maleku.
She's way
It's
too
a
connected
fund
to her
we're gonna start.
Leku.
right.
A non-profit organization.
Saving the
Lego
Lecus.
my Leku.
Oh my gosh.
Save the Leku.
Save the Leku.
No, but I think she's alive, and that was a true Godfather moment right
Yeah.
there. Boss move by the
Explosions.
Pikes. I mean, it's showing how bad the Pikes are in this one. They hired what's his face? What's his fat?
What's his
What's his
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane. They blew up.
How do
that
you
place.
how do you guys keep
I
forgetting
don't
his
know,
name?
Man. There's
I
so
didn't
many
know his name to
interesting
begin
names.
with.
Cad Batch.
Cad Bane.
I call them Bad Kane.
Bad Kane.
Citizen Kane.
Ooh.
Oh,
Michael Caine.
Michael.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. And on that bombshell. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna rate this a. There was a few minors for me in this one, but I'm still gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a solid 10
Ooh,
out of 10.
yeah.
I think last week I went like 20 out of 10.
You said
You know-
10,000 out of 10.
Oh,
No, he said 100 out of 10. You said 10,000 or 1,000.
No, I
Yes.
said 10 out of 5.
Put it back.
He said 1,000 out of 10.
we're all wrong. What?
Remember that traumatic
Anyway.
incident and your brain just forgets stuff?
The red
This is
eyes
where
and the
we're
roots.
I never thought somebody could forget so much so
Anyway.
fast without a
Anyway.
severe blow to the head.
Anyway.
What was it? What was it? The fact checker.
20. Okay.
Matt's. Okay.
Who said a million?
Nobody said 1,000.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
Mandela effect.
Mandela effect.
Boba
It's a
Fett.
butterfly.
Boba Fett said it was $1 million.
All right.
The Mando episode was a million
This
out of
is so
10.
good. I want to watch this.
I want to watch this.
Right.
It's on his TV.
Who's this
in his in Jabba's palace? He's
Right.
watching The Mandalorian.
Oh my gosh. Wow, this is so meta.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right,
so
what's your rating?
I gave
That
it a
was
10
it.
out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yep. It was fantastic. It was solid. I didn't like the lightsaber, and it was a little
I didn't like the
weird,
lightsaber.
some of the things.
But he gave it a full score.
Yeah.
I didn't love
That was,
your-
I mean, really, the only
Curious.
negatives I gave it really were the lightsabers were not 100%, but they were still good. I'm not saying they were bad. They're still good. It was, his face was still a little uncanny, but way better than season 2.
Yeah.
Also, the Cad Bane thing, I really liked him being there. It was awesome, but he was a little pale for me, and I wanted, which is very nitpicky.
I'm
These are
dying.
very nitpicky
So,
things.
yeah. They are.
So that's
me-
why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
Yep. Grogu and Cad Bane. If you're like, what happened on the episode? Grogu happened, Cad Bane happened, and
Yeah,
Luke
that's-
Luke happened.
Yeah.
It's like boom, there you are.
That's really
That's it. That's
and
where we are.
Ahsoka. You could throw Ahsoka in
yeah, and
there,
Ahsoka was back,
really,
but she's gone.
yeah.
And then she was kind of a little grumpy to me.
Right.
I liked
Like,
that.
She had
Their
attitude.
They're
She still had
extre-
that teen angst.
their exchange was the weakest part for me of the whole episode.
Which
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
Her
it
and
was
Mando?
nice.
Yeah, it needed to
Yeah.
happen, but it's like we get it. Okay, Ahsoka, we get it. Take him to see
Okay, we get it.
Grogu. I know she's like,
You got a
choose the-
lightsaber or two. We get it.
I like that
Cool.
R2 took him to her though,
Right.
like
Yeah.
protecting Grogu, and that was pretty clever.
And then just shuts off
Oh,
like
yeah.
the boss.
Yeah.
Right.
Sit
And then he
wait,
doesn't wake
fool.
up until
He doesn't even wake
episode
up.
7.
Yeah.
Episode 8.
Oh my gosh.
That's that's the moment he shuts off.
He's just like, oh, I'm going to take a
He's like Mandalorian.
wakes up 10 years later. What?
What?
What happened?
Where's the Mando?
Where is he?
Where are we? What's happening?
I got
Why?
the map to Luke.
Where's Buttercup? Why am I on this wall?
Oh yeah, some of the scenes of Luke walking through the woods reminded me of Princess Bride. He reminded me of the Man in Black.
Yeah.
Fire swamp.
There were several times when he was just casually walking through and running and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's
And
it.
casually just lifting Grogu
Yeah,
along
right.
with them.
Like he had a
That was
swing set with him.
awesome.
It was
Yeah.
weird. It
I
was
love
great.
that.
I
He's
had
like, come
some
on, go faster.
Serious Princess Bride vibes
Yeah.
going on in that Mando or that Luke stuff with the.
There's like episode 5 vibes, so many Western vibes. There's so much in this episode, packed
Yes.
into one episode, so many different genres that could only work together
Connection.
in Star Wars or anime, but
Come to
mostly
think of it,
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, 1,000 out of 10.
1,000 out of 10.
1,000
Dan
out of
gets
10.
1,000.
We're giving it 1,000.
You get 1,000. You get 1,000.
Right.
And my third word is
Shut it. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Stay on Target.
Stay on
We had a lot of
target.
fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun.
On target.
What a great episode.
Yeah.
Don't
it
you
was.
think, guys?
It was good.
fantastic.
The next one is going to be greater.
It's going to be awesome. I cannot
Cheese
wait.
grater?
Is that the final episode next week?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the last episode, so
All
they
right.
got a lot to cover.
Well, in case you didn't know, we will be back here next week, same time, same place. Hopefully a little sooner, but you get the idea. With this season has been
Same
building
time.
for this moment.
Yes.
We've been waiting for this.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on all of the podcasts out there. Let us know what you thought of this episode, okay? Because we really enjoyed it. And we want to hear your thoughts on it. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments if you know what I've said that like
If you
every
know
time.
what I mean.
If you know what I
What does that
mean.
even mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what you mean.
That's
what do
what's
you
funny
mean?
about it.
Elaborate.
All right. Let's send them off, guys, with a smoldering look of Western goodness.
That's
And
nice.
podcasters, just imagine us looking swarthy.